Okay, so when you have a noun here,
Okay.
all the nouns have two dhammas at the end. Okay. Now this word comes after kulu. Kulu is a verb. Okay. See there, this is the only verb. Mimma and filar, they are not the verbs. So what is being said to you? Kulu halalan. Eat pure.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever there is a verb and a noun comes after that verb, then these last two dhammas change into two fathas.
Is that true for all?
For all verbs and nouns. Okay? So this is one, and this is the quality or adjective of this halalan. So this will also change. Okay? To two fathas. Okay. Whenever you have two fathas on any letter, you write an alif with that. So this word will be written as halalan, like that. Okay, lam with an alif, and this is also written as like that, halalan, with a short alif there. So instead of this long alif, this is written with a short alif. Okay. Halalan. And this one, two dhammas will change into two fathas. So this will be written as tayyiban.
How does the meaning change from ta ya ba to ta ya shadda ba?
So the meaning of this word is to be pure.
To be pure.
This may have some other meaning which is not used. Ta, ya and ba may not mean pure. Okay? But the word that comes in the Quran comes with the ba fa'ala. Tayyiba. Okay? That is what it means to purify or to clean. Okay? And tayyibun means pure, clean. Okay? So halalan tayyiban, pure, permissible and pure and clean. Okay? Now pure and clean has a lot of conditions around it. What is clean? You're not supposed to eat things which you don't like to eat. That's clean, pure. Okay? There's no impurities which can harm your body. They may taste good, but they may be harmful to you. So those are all pure, clean. Okay? And halalan, which is permissible by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So these two go together. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, eat, O mankind, eat whatever is there on the earth, which is with the two conditions, that it should be permissible to you and it should be pure. Okay? So lawful and pure. So that is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this to mankind. Okay? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا. Let's look at these words.
Another important thing is it doesn't talk about meat or anything, it talks about...
Yeah, there is no mention of sacrificing or slaughtering or anything but that. These are the things which are
Standard.
permissible to you. How do you slaughter? That's a different thing. Okay? But it is permissible. Okay? So here it doesn't talk about slaughtering the animal. The word halal doesn't go for slaughtering the animal, but anything which is permissible, anything which is allowed. Okay? And as I mentioned, those things which are not allowed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has listed all those things in the Quran many, many times. So those are unlawful things. Okay? Then the next word is wala tattabi'u. Okay? So this word starts with ta, ba and ayn. Okay? So these are three letters. They belong to ba fa'ala, taba'a, and if I put an extra alif and a ta, and an and lam. Okay. So I put these two extra letters there. Alif and a ta. These fa'ala 3 letters are there. I just added these 2 letters. So if I do the same thing here, this will become alif, ta, and these 3 letters are already there. Ta, ba, and ayn. Okay. So these are 2 tas here. They will become one. You can write down this ta with a shadda. Okay. So this word will become ittaba'a. Ittaba'a, which can be written as ittaba'a. Ittaba'a means to follow. Okay. Ittaba'a means to follow. So the word here is la tattabi'u, which is an order, forbidden to you. Do not follow. La tattabi'u means do not follow. Okay? And the rule is that if you have these 3 letters, fa, and lam, which means to do, and if you make the la taf'alu, la taf'alu means do not do. This is called command, forbidden. Okay, so this is the template here, which is actually written right here, la taf'alu. So when you put a ta in the beginning and a la and a waw at the end, it means don't do. Okay? So we did the same thing. You put a la here, and so if I do this, take this word and put a la and ta and wu. Okay? And put these words, letters in the middle. So it will become la tattabi'u. Okay? If you just stick this thing and these extra letters that you see, the extra letters I put here was this one, and these. So by adding those few letters, it becomes an order not to do something. La taf'alu, you put a la, you put a ta and a wu. La taf'alu. So I put a la and a ta and wu. So this will become la tattabi'u. This alif will not be pronounced. La tattabi'u means do not follow. Ittaba means follow. La means not. Tattabi'u, don't follow. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, wala tattabi'u, and do not follow. Wa means and.
Why you sat down on the top of it? You sat down on the top.
Shadda? This one? Okay, that is for the pronunciation.
Okay.
So when you pronounce this tanween, 2 fathas, and there is a waw after that, so you will pronounce tayyibun. Okay. Separately it is a tayyiban, but for the pronunciation this will be pronounced as tayyibun.
Okay.
So that is the reason for this shadda there, that you do not pronounce noon exactly noon, tayyiban. Instead bring the sound of waw, tayyibun. Okay, so that's the reason the shadda is there, but separately it is tayyiban. So wala and la tattabi'u, do not follow. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, eat of the lawful and pure things and do not follow. Okay. What is that you do not follow? The next two words after that. So let's look at that, those two words. Okay. So the root letter for the first word is ha, ta and waw. And the word is khotowatin. Khotowatun actually. Khotowatun. Write down this way. Khotowatun means footsteps, plural. Khotowatun means footsteps. Okay. Khotowatun, plural.
The word ha, ta, wa, does it ever meaning mistake or error?
But, right, but that's a different. This is ha, ta, and waw. It may have the similar meaning, but here this is a very specific meaning. Khotowatun. Okay? And it comes in plural, footsteps. Because whenever you follow someone, you do not follow one footstep, you follow all the footsteps. So khotowatun, footsteps. Okay? And the other word is, it starts with these letters, sheen, ta, and noon. Okay?
Yeah.
This means to rebel. And from this word is the word shaitan. Shaitan means someone who rebels. Okay? So the word from it is shaitan. And that is written this way. Shaitan, and the full word is shaitanun, because all the nouns end with two dhammas. So this is a noun, footsteps, and shaitanun is a noun, okay, with two dhammas. Now, if you put al before that, okay, so al means the. So they, shaitana means to rebel, shaitan or shaitanin, someone who rebels. Okay? But when you put the al, the shaitan, this becomes the one big one, the iblis, the shaitan. Okay? So, al shaitan nun, because of the al, two dhammas will change into one. So it will become shaitanu. Also, when you pronounce lam with a sheen, then the sound of lam is not pronounced because this is a shamsi letter. So you pronounce ash shaitanu. Ash shaitanu. The word by itself is shaitan or shaitanun. But when you put al, the shaitan, then you pronounce ash shaitan. Okay? And this is written as, lam is written but it is not pronounced. So you put a shadda on sheen, ash-shaytanu. The devil. Okay. That is the one devil. Ash-shaytan. Okay, so now there have two words. Khotowatun, footsteps, and ash-shaytanu, the devil. Okay, so let's write down the devil or the shaitan. Okay. Now, if I want to combine these two words, okay, I can put an off in between. Footsteps of the devil or the shaitan. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not follow the footsteps of the shaitan, footsteps of the shaitan, right? So that will be the meaning, right? Now, when we put of in English, by combining two nouns, in Arabic we have to make some changes to bring the meaning of there, okay? So what are the changes that are made? These two dhammas change into one, and this dhamma changes into a kasra. Okay. One more change will take place, but let's proceed. So this will become khutwatu shaitani. Okay. Khutwatu shaitani. That's the word. Okay. Then one more time, it's a little bit complex, but this noun is coming after this verb. Okay. And this is a plural, so it will also change, dhamma will change into a kasra. So khutwat is, remember you were asking me, samawat and khutwat, this is the feminine plural. So instead of fatah, it will become a kasra.
It's like a dip toed.
Yes, diptote. So khutwat shaitan, do not follow the footsteps of the shaitan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that eat halalan tayyiban, but do not follow the footsteps of shaitan. Okay? Do not do what he tells you to do. Okay? So this is khutwat, footsteps of the devil or the shaitan. Okay? Do not follow the footsteps of the shaitan. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives a warning to mankind by saying, Innahu lakum aduvum mubin. Okay? So the first word is innahu. Indeed he. So the word is inna. Indeed or surely. And whom is he? And he is pointing to shaitan. So indeed or surely he is. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, surely he is. He is. And then the next word is la kum. La means to or for. Kum means you, and you is a plural, you all. So to you he is, or for you he is. Okay? To you. Okay. And the next word starts with these words, ain, dal, and vav. Okay. And aduvun is the noun. Aduvun means enemy. Okay. Ain, dal, vav means to do animosity. And the noun is aduvun. Aduvun means enemy. Okay? And then next word starts with these ba, ya, and nun. Okay? So this is three letters, fa'ala. And in Bab Fa'ala, this becomes Bayyana, shadda on the middle letter. Bayyana. Bayyana means to be clear, to be open. Okay? Bayyana. Baina means to be in the middle, bain. But bayyana with the shadda means to be clear. To be clear. Okay? And from this word is mubin. Mubin means something very clear. Okay, so from this is like mubin or mubinun. Mubinun means clear or open. Something which is very clear or something which is very open is called mubin or mubinun. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He is your clear enemy, open enemy. Shaitan is very open enemy. He openly wants you to lose, to do wrong. Not by hiding, not by secret, but he wants to be open enemy to you. Very openly he wants to harm you. He wants you to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very openly, very clearly. Okay? So that is the reason he is called Aduvum Mubin, open enemy for the mankind. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is warning you that do not follow the footsteps of Shaitan. He is your open enemy. Okay? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala